Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
Oh. Hey there, Toasty.
What's up? Woo! That was a mad dash. Forgot to put my headphones in on that.
I apologize. There's a chance for those of you who are watching us live, you might not have got the theme song there. I don't know. Adam? I didn't catch it on my end.
Yeah. It was playing with the video, but it's weird. I feel like your audio is now coming in different from what we were just talking.
My video is now gone.
It's glitching.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Fun. We are killing it.
We are crushing it, Toasties. Yeah.
We're not going to let all these technical difficulties get in the way of episode 229 because we got a lot of shit we got to talk about today. So I guess, first of all, we should jump into our main segment, not our fuck. First of all, we should get into a little thing we like to call news.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
All right. As this little banner you see down here tells us, it looks like there's some A24 news here, Dennis. Right before Thanksgiving, A24 and Barnes & Noble have teamed up for an A24 shop experience with a dedicated area promoting the studio's work. It'll be at the following locations. In LA, it's at the Grove. New York at Union Square. Orlando at Colonial Plaza Market Center. Bloomington, Minnesota at the Mall of America. Oak Brook, Illinois and Oak Brook Center. Portland at Clark Mass Town Center Mall. Seattle at Washington Northgate. I thought that might be you, Portland. San Antonio at it just says San Antonio, and Troy, Michigan, somewhere out there. So if you got Barnes & Noble at any of those places, go and check out all that A24 has to offer. I don't know.
Essentially, all of the bookstores left in America. It's
yes.
Right. No, that's cool though.
No,
that's cool.
Yeah. It's like, why not? Like, give it a shot. Like, see what happens. I mean, they already kind of have Criterion Collection. I feel like they have a good series.
Yep, I was just gonna say that's usually a lot of stuff that's bundled together. I'd like that. I think A24 easily has enough to offer for them to do the very same thing. And now,
because I think not only that, because they have books and like soundtracks and merchandise, so it's like, why not? They're a big enough name. People know A24, even if they're not movie buffs. I feel hopefully.
Oh yeah, it's the name has definitely risen above their initial that initial status that they had. So yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
So if you're back home ever for any of the holidays, Dennis, if it's still there, you should definitely check it out and report back to us. And if I'm ever at any of these places, doubtful, I'll check it out at my end. But not traveling anywhere for this. All right, up next. After working together on Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder and Tig Notaro are reteaming to make a hot lesbian action movie called Deviants. As now, Tig Notaro says it'll take place back in some old-timey days and deal with some closeted deviants. So, I don't know. And it's not me saying a hot lesbian action movie. That's how it's being described.
How it's being, yeah. I mean, I assume that's what you're. No, awesome, because she was a badass in that movie, and she's hilarious. Great talent as a comedian and as just a performer. She crushed it in that movie. I thought that was that character was great.
100%. Like, apparently, from being in that movie, people have come up to her and like calling her a sexy badass and stuff. I'm like, all right, I guess, sure, why not? I mean, she was badass, so I can't deny that.
Hell yeah,
and talented.
Cool. So, all right,
I'm intrigued to see
I'd check that out. Shit, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right, up next, Leslie Odom Jr. is writing and starring in a horror movie which will explore Sammy Davis Jr.'s connection to the Church of Satan. Do you know anything about this?
No, I wish I
Me
did.
neither.
Oh my god.
Apparently, Rolling Stones put out an article about this, and like apparently he was close with the creator of the Church of Satan, and something happened, one thing or another, and they split up. But this is being sold as a horror movie. I'm intrigued by this.
Anton
premise alone.
LaVey or
Yes, that's the one. Because
Oh,
apparently
interesting.
he was a musician at one point before
Uh-huh.
opening the church.
Yep. I may
But
have read
I
about the
feel
guy
like-
before.
Really? What do you know about him? I know nothing about this guy. Like,
Just that, like, there is what was it in college? When we were in college, we found a card or something somewhere, and that just like sent me down a rabbit hole of just like reading shit online, and that's as far as it ever got. I never signed up for anything.
Yeah.
Trust me. But
I don't know why I'm having like Scientology thoughts. Like, do you think in like 20, 30 years, someone's going to make a movie about Tom Cruise and Scientology like this? Like, seems similar.
Maybe if the church doesn't exist anymore, but
That's
if they
true.
still do, they're gonna do everything they can
Yeah,
to shut that shit
down.
No, wild. Yeah, I'd fucking watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
All right, staying in the realm of horror movies, it looks like James Wan is producing a new Paranormal Activity movie for his partners over at Blumhouse. Makes sense in my book, I think. What about you? What do you think?
It seems like a natural progression of things. You know, like the man's association with horror is just 1-to-1. It makes perfect sense there. Journey of the Paranormal Activity movies. You know, it could probably use some love to come back around to the impact that the first one or two films had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
Back
way,
when it was scary and not just like, let's replicate what we've done in the past.
exactly. Or,
It was
you know, and
original
then
and
vaguely
fresh.
pushing the envelope with a couple of shock value sort of things when you're just waiting an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to that thing that's supposed to shock you.
Yeah.
No, I get the novelty being worn off, but I think with a talent like his, probably get an interesting new perspective on the found footage ghost story. So
I can't say I've seen any of these movies since the second one, but I feel like you're saying he can bring fresh air into it. That I think I would check it out probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of talent here, Dennis, this next one I love.
Gross.
Vin Diesel is going to be writing, producing, and starring in a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie.
Where he plays both robots. We already had the Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie, though.
Real still.
Yes. Hugh Jackman it was a heartwarming tale.
Yeah.
What do you think his family's going to bring to the table?
And it's funny, I believe it's Hasbro, the president of Hasbro is like, oh, Vin is such a great creative. He's written great things. It's like, if you look at his IMDb, he's written like 4 things back at the heyday of like the first Fast and Furious movie that nobody's ever heard of. But I guess you can say he probably has a say in everything that happens in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah. I mean,
and the Triple X movies and Pitch Black, I guess.
Yep. No, I mean, I could see that. But what was that last like superhero-y anti-hero movie we've reviewed?
The Last Witch Hunter that we were talking about, the sequel for that
the
one?
Futuristic-y one or something. Like, what was it about? Oh, God damn it. I can't.
I'm looking it up.
It wasn't.
The one that I think I know what you're talking about. Bloodsport, the one I saw right before the pandemic shut down all theaters. Or is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is it. I think
it was a fun little movie.
I remember the action being cool, but I really don't remember the story. So yeah. Anyway, not to derail from this story, but
sorry.
I guess why not?
They're just stretching. They're like, Barbie was a hit. Let's make everything of property these days. Why not?
Well, I mean, at least they're off the let's make every board game into a movie train for a moment. You know, that's going to come roaring back probably after this.
Well, I mean, right now the moment is video games. Let's make every video game into a movie.
And hey, at least it goes to show a few of them do kind of deserve that treatment, and they're
True.
flourishing in giving them that look. So, especially as a series.
Yeah.
So,
Which in a couple of days we're getting season 2 of Fallout. So
oh my god, I'm
something's going right.
excited.
And Jonathan Nolan says they're aiming to shoot season 3 in the summer. So the train tracks are laid out. Let's get more of this shit coming.
Right. You've already got the fan base going. So, especially now knowing the next location we're going to is not only a fan favorite of the game, the core gamers, but now we're getting to see all the heroes that we've met, who've come to know and love in the first season. We're getting to see them really go fucking full tilt on an adventure together. So,
which we kind of got towards the end of the last season, but now we're getting it in full force, which is nice.
Exactly. We're not having to waste time. Well, no, waste time, but you know what I mean. Getting to know everyone.
Building up to it. We're already there.
Exactly. Well, we get a couple characters, a couple new faces, but yeah,
sure,
I'm
a good amount. But I don't know. To close the books on this, does any part of this intrigue you? To me, not really. I like Vin Diesel in certain things, but writing, producing, I don't know. Rock'em sock'em.
All right. I'm about as excited for this as I would be Battleship 2. So
Rihanna will come back and Taylor Kitsch. Let's do it. Woo. All right. Scarlett Johansson will be starring in a new Exorcist movie that's being written and directed by Mike Flanagan. We just got an Exorcist movie from David Gordon Green that was supposed to be the beginning of a franchise for Blumhouse, and that tanked, and he's out, and now they're bringing in Flanagan and Johansson, and I feel like we haven't really seen Scarlett do a horror movie. Do you think this will be a good match for her? I don't know.
I gotta buy it. That's the thing is, I guess it depends on what kind of character archetype she's being written into for this story.
True.
Because I'm sorry, she just spent the last 10 plus fucking years being a badass. So
yeah,
I don't know how well the possessed damsel in distress situation we're gonna be. Is that even it? Am I completely missing?
I feel like she's moved beyond that. Like badass in Marvel, badass in Jurassic World. She could do anything at this point. She's in some of the biggest movies of the past 20 years.
She is.
Why do this?
It's no denying that. Yeah. But I think it's just like you said. It's probably interesting to change it up a little bit.
True.
Go through a slightly different experience. Very different experience, I guess, depending on what route they take. I'm guessing based on I don't know what if this is the artwork that's even used.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be.
Is it a period piece?
I wonder,
or is it?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's a period piece or if it's going to be a modern day telling, because I believe the last Exorcist film was modern day. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it could go either way, I guess. And
she's going to do a good job.
Mike Flanagan.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a top-notch horror director, top-notch actress. Hopefully, it equals a little bit of an audience going out to see it, but I feel like we don't need another Exorcist. Let's make another horror movie.
I'm tired of these. Oh, the last one tanked, so we're going to try it again. I'm like, or
pretend like it never happened.
Learn something from your mistake and maybe make a different movie. I don't know. That's not a bad choice either. But
yeah,
we shall see.
Sticking with Scarlett Johansson, a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about the fact that she was in negotiations to star as the main villain, Mother Gothel Entangled. Sorry, I forgot what the fuck name of her character was. And it looked like she was the momentum to get this live action Tangled movie back on track. But now it looks like she's not going to be starring in it. So I don't know if this movie is going to happen. Which
that's a lot of juice to lose. Was there anyone else cast? Oh
no, it's just her.
Oh dude, yeah. That's if the richest woman in Hollywood decides to back out, you're probably not doing too well. Yeah. But you never know. Maybe that means someone else is gonna step in.
Which honestly, I don't picture her as that character. That character was a little older, a little more grizzled, but it's like she's an actress. She could do it. They could put her makeup. They
Yeah.
did it to
Oh,
Gal
totally.
Gadot, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she could do more things. But the reason she dropped out, everyone assumes, is because it's announced that she's going to be starring in the Batman 2 with fucking good old Robert Pattinson. And she's going to be a villain in that. But not Poison Ivy, a villain we've never seen on the big screen. So everyone's
Oh.
speculating who it could be.
Cool. Nice.
Well, a lot of people are thinking she's going to be the Phantasm or Phantom.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're gonna do. Oh shit. That would be.
Or possibly one of the people who's in charge of the Court of Owls. I don't know too much about these, but I'm like, it'd be badass seeing her. We've seen her as a superhero, but seeing her as a super villain,
Yeah,
could be cool in a dark, gritty movie like this.
I remember loving Mask of the Phantasm as a kid. So like one of the first times I can recall there being like a straight to video feature length animated film that was targeted for like that, specifically that era of Batman, animated Batman fans and stuff. Same with the Sub-Zero movie. I love that too. I even got the book that came out at the same time, and I read that too. I was super into that shit. That cool. That would be a cool character. Now, I'd like to see all that play out.
And the interesting thing is, apparently, before they got her to sign on, the role was initially offered to Emma Stone, who turned it down. So it's interesting. Emma Stone seems to make these interesting moves. She's been offered, I think, Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four and turned that down. And she's been doing these like weirder, like indie movies. So it's like,
but she gets a lot of praise for doing them. So
yeah, and they're good movies.
Yeah, exactly. So she's not like it's like she's not missing out really. So I get it if she's in that stride of like, I'm gonna keep making the shit I'm intrigued by. Not to say there's nothing intriguing about what's happening over here, but different strokes, I guess.
Yeah. Now, if they didn't say it was a villain, I would say, why not give her the role of Barbara Gordon, Batwoman? Like, that could be kind of fun, but I guess she doesn't want to be a hero anymore. She's done that.
Right, because we've never had a live action.
Well, we had Alicia Silverstone, I think, in Batman and Robin, I think. But did she don the cape and cowl?
When we get to she did.
Yeah, okay.
Like half a movie. She's in the whole final sequence.
That's true.
No, but the Oracle era of Barbara. I don't think we've ever got a live action version.
Oh
of that,
yeah,
right?
when she's crippled and whatnot, and
she's paralyzed from the waist down because of fucking Joker.
But I feel like you'd have to do the Killing Joke to lead into that. That would be a pretty interesting.
Now there you go. What do you guys think of Zack Snyder? Depends on the project. There's
why not?
I'm a fan of a few of his movies. There's some I'm not as big a fan of, but it's definitely not one general consensus across the board. It's depends on which one it is.
Kind of hit or miss, film by film.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it'd be interesting for people who don't know. We're talking about one of the viewers right now asked what we thought of Zack Snyder. He's a fine filmmaker. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see more of him soon. Maybe not in the superhero, but like we were talking earlier, I don't know if you're here. He's going to be doing a lesbian action movie with Tig Notaro, something different.
Yeah.
But
and speaking of the way he writes characters, that would be something. Yeah, that's what we'd be intrigued to see the way that plays out. So
yeah. Now, since she's in the Batman Part 2, do you think there's any chance of her showing up in Doomsday or Secret Wars? Because
I mean, that depends. Yeah, that ultimately depends on what the character is, how that plays out, and all that stuff. I mean, I get adding star power to kind of not reinvigorate the series, but maintain attention over here. Now that it's like all the fingers are kind of splitting off into different directions, and it's like, some are going to get together, some aren't. So in the long run, they want to feel out the audience and see if they can.
I feel like her death was very impactful in that last film, but we know people aren't always dead in superhero movies, especially with the multiverse and all that shit.
Okay.
True. I give you that.
Rick.
Yeah.
No, I could. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Elf
Yeah,
would
because no,
suck
that
a
was
chick.
the first thing I was. My mind went right back to Army of the Dead, and very different vibe. You know, I didn't think it helps
Yeah.
when he's getting to write for characters that aren't already established, that aren't doesn't already have a fandom
Original
that
characters he's
has
creating.
like
Yeah.
you're saying. You know, so many people not liking Batman killing anyone. I get that. That's a big part of the core of
Yeah.
his character. It, but a movie version is something different. Not to defend the choice, but
Sure.
that's why
It
it's
had
like
its fans and
it's so
has
hard to translate big fandom characters back onto the screen over and over and over again. So that's where like the as we've seen superhero fatigue before in theaters, it comes back at times. I do
totally.
I'd like this world though. I between the Batman and Penguin, I'm really
Yep.
enjoying the overall
And I
arcs
know
that our main characters go on.
right before we came online here, they put out the teaser for Supergirl, and I guess the full trailer's coming out soon. I haven't checked it out yet, but so we're getting a little glimpse of where they're going with that DCU over there. We'll find out in a
Right.
couple of days. And rumor has it we're not only getting that trailer this week, but we might be getting a trailer for Doomsday as well. Which I figured they'd wait till Avatar came out, but I don't know. I could be wrong. That comes out in another week, but be interesting. And rumor has it we're going to get 3 different trailers at once. I guess different team ups, but that's all speculation, I guess.
So we're going right back to the thing they said they weren't going to do, but whatever. I figured that was going to happen anyways.
All right. All right. Well, moving on here, there are definitely a lot of trailers, Rick. We spoke a couple of episodes ago about the fact that Daniel Kaluuya is co-writing a feature film version of Spider-Punk, his breakout character from Across the Spider-Verse. Well, he recently announced that he and co-screenwriter Ajan Sign have they're in the finishing stages of the first draft, and it sounds pretty promising. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of Spider-Punk news coming soon.
You know,
Vincent, we're going to be talking about that subject soon. Sorry.
Yes.
What's up?
That'll be coming up. It's like, you know, I'm always a sucker for the Spider-Man stuff. So I would love to check that out, especially coming from those creative minds. I enjoyed that character in that chapter of Spider-Verse. So keep them coming.
And it's going to be produced by Lord and Miller still. So it still has that vibe. I'm thinking that Omni vibe. And
I love that they've embraced these are different characters. We don't need to keep rehashing the exact same stuff. So, and the refreshing art styles, and I just think they're fun. I've been having fun. Excited for Noir, excited for the next Spider, all that.
Yeah. And that brings us into our next story. Like I said, we got some stories that kind of interconnect here. Like a spider web, we now have the premise of Nick Cage's upcoming Amazon series Spider Noir. And it's Spider Noir is a live action series based on Marvel Comics Spider-Man Noir. It tells the story of Ben Reilly, played by Nick Cage, who is described as an aging and down on his luck private investigator in 1930s New York, who's forced to grapple with his past life as the city's only superhero. And they confirmed that he's playing Ben Reilly, which is kind of interesting because I believe in the comics, Ben Reilly is a clone of Peter Parker. So does this mean Peter Parker's alive in the 30s in this world?
I'm not familiar. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar enough with this era, like this world of Spider-Man, but that would be interesting then to do the Parkers exist in some other manner? Like Parker's the villain or something, or I don't know. I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to misquote anything, but I was excited when I saw that screenshot getting promoted of the door
because
to his
they
office
finally announced a poster.
Yeah.
We're getting both the color and the black and white version of the show, like we talked about a few episodes ago.
Looking cool. I'm excited for that one too.
But man, it's so intriguing how we're going from pulling this character out of an animated movie and giving him a live action show. Like, there's so much you can do in live action and in I guess animation, but I don't know. I'm intrigued. We don't know when this is coming out yet. We don't have a date for it, but I don't know. Are you going to watch the color or are you going to watch the black and white? Or are you going to jump around?
I might do both. It kind of depends. I like the idea of the black and white, but I'm always going to then be curious. It's like once I watch one, I'm curious about how the tone of the other is going to feel. So
Yeah,
there's going to be some back and forth, I think.
totally.
Maybe try alternating episodes. That could be fun. I mean,
That'd be
it's
interesting.
very much like when watching WandaVision as it came out. You did kind of never knew which tone, which flavor you're getting that. So yeah, I think you're right. Both is going to be I'm going to watch it probably twice. So
I'm with you. So yeah, we get to see our first live action version of Scarlet Spider essentially in that's going to be interesting. I don't know if this next story is as interesting. I feel like most people are not intrigued by this. Years after every studio passed on the pitch for Rush Hour 4, we might be getting to see the future exploits of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Private investors are paying for the film that's going to be directed by Brett Ratner, and Paramount will release it. And this is all happening because fucking Donald Trump wants it to happen.
Oh my God.
Like, I want to be excited for the movie,
4,
but there's so many factors.
Rush Hour 4. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. Like Jackie Chan looks like he's on death's door. He can still kick ass, but Chris Tucker isn't as young and spry as he used to be. And I hope this isn't a passing of the torch to younger audience. Like, I don't know. And just Brett Ratner coming back. He's been canceled.
Movie. They're a great film series, but I would like another 4 or 5 more Rush Hours.
Well, a lot of people are saying that he was pushing for it because Ratner is directing a documentary about his wife, and he's kind of throwing him a bone. But it's like, the government shouldn't be interfering with what we're seeing. This isn't communist Russia.
Oh no, that's already happening. So
it is, but God damn, it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and
I want to see a Rush Hour 4. I don't want it because the president wants it. I don't want it because directed by a fucking a Me Too guy. It's like, what the fuck? But bring in Owen Wilson. Have that Nights Shanghai Nights crossover, like Britt's saying. I'd watch that.
A time traveling.
Jackie Chan says he wants to do another Shanghai movie. That I could see. I don't know.
I mean, I think he's kind of like, he seems to be kind of like on this sort of Twilight ride trip of reliving the glory days a little bit. I saw a cool little clip of him meeting with a lot of his earliest stunt team coordinators and how emotional he got seeing these guys again and shit. That was cool. And I mean, the guy's still a fucking treasure. He's been had an incredible impact on cinema. And then the first Rush Hour film was such a huge deal. That's still a very entertaining film to this day.
I know people are lukewarm on Rush Hour 3, but I really liked it. Going to Paris, having the Yakuza in the mix. It was kind of interesting. But I feel like that came out back in 2007 or 2008. It's been a long fucking time since we've seen these two.
You know how you get to watch Rush Hour 4? Watch Rush Hour 2 twice.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
4.
Fair enough.
Done. Don't need a 4.
All right. Well, speaking of movies that are being revived here, Dennis, it looks like the writer of Bad Boys for Life is trying to revive another Will Smith franchise because he's writing a new Men in Black movie. Will Smith is not officially on board yet, but he'll be the first one to see the script when it's completed.
I'm sorry. Where's TLJ? If there's no TLJ,
right?
I'm not sure.
How do you do Men in Black without Tommy Lee Jones? Are we going to bring Josh Brolin in from the past? Like a time traveling like they did in the last movie?
Is Josh Brolin now? That's funny. Is he now older or at least the same age as Tommy Lee Jones was in the first? Yeah.
I would not be shocked.
But then we're going to keep bringing Will Smith back. Well, all right. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Will Smith. Just like, this is who I want to see, though. If you're doing Men in Black, they've tried a page one rewrite. They've tried completely swapping the characters out. That movie didn't.
Men in Black International was a flop. Nobody, I saw it and I was so bored. The trailer looked bad, but I'm like, I got to give it a shot. I love Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, but they just
they're talented.
It didn't have the magic as Tommy Lee.
it's because that's why you kept coming back to Men in Black 2 and 3, because you liked seeing these two together. Their dynamic was hilarious. That's why the first film worked so well. It wasn't just the sci-fi action elements, but it was the chemistry between your two main cast.
And honestly, like we were saying, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are a little old, but I feel like for Men in Black, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, it can still work for them. Because they're not doing crazy over the top stuff. They're reacting. They can just react and do a little bit.
Or, more of the bringing in the next.
True. Passing the next torch.
People. Because it's always, I feel like it's always like kind of referenced that occurs, but we never actually see it play out. You know what I mean?
True.
The end.
It's interesting because we saw Jay bring on the woman from the morgue at the end of Men in Black 1, but she wasn't around for Men in Black 2. And in the beginning, we had him getting rid of Patrick Warburton because he didn't work out, and that they had to go back to Tommy Lee Jones. So yeah, maybe actually seeing that taking place and not just like seeing someone being hired, because I guess we did see Jay going through being recruited, but we didn't see the previous guy. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I want to see these two trying to teach someone. I want to see them butt heads over which is the better plane of attack. It's like Jay,
and then you got these young kids. You're like, oh, you both are doing it wrong.
Exactly, right? A whole new generation, blah blah blah. I don't know. Maybe there's something in that, but
yeah, that could be interesting.
But I want to see those two again. I know it's fan service, but so be it.
The fact that they're writing a movie and neither star are on board yet, it's a little weird.
It's probably gonna go away. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's definitely not something I'd hold my breath for. But
the one I really wanted was the MIB 21 Jump Street crossover, but that's never gonna happen.
That's right. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, there's a few other crossover things just like that. Okay, Rick, I gotta post that one.
Yes, Hannibal Buress in a reboot.
I'm sorry, but I would fucking love that. That'd be
fantastic.
Yes, I just was that monotone, just like holy fuck, as you see, that realization the first time.
Oh man, is that an alien that just went by? Shit,
that would be great. Well, then, all right. So then, who would be your K? I'm curious. Who's across Hannibal Buress? That would be because you gotta have that balance of. And then if you're already,
but I feel like it has to be someone a little more live wire and older,
right? Yeah, or like is K now going to be the one that's the wild card? And if you're going to reboot it, there's yeah, you guys are listening. Well, keep praying, buddy. Keep praying.
Oh man, that is interesting. Who would be the K in that situation?
Yeah.
Later in the episode, I'll probably think of something. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, give me some Black Jesus there. Christopher Lloyd. I think it's Christopher Hampton. Christopher Lloyd would be great, man. I mean,
but like in a motorized scooter.
But he had some action scenes in Nobody and Nobody too, so it's possible.
Oh, true.
And he's a live wire, but
Mark
he's
Hamill?
So fucking old. That'd be hilarious. All right, well, moving on. Leonardo DiCaprio claims that he will not be appearing in the adventures of Cliff Booth. In fact, this is what he had to say about it. There were some talks about it early on. Ultimately, I cannot wait to see the Cliff Booth story. But I'm not in it. I think David Fincher's the perfect man for the job. Quentin is a huge fan of his work. I'm a huge fan of his work. And there's nobody better to carry on the lineage and tell that story. I think it's the next phase of Cliff Booth's life. I'm excited to see it. Do you think this is bullshit? I feel like he's probably going to pop up, and this is just trying to.
Oh, he's trying
to be a
surprise. Tom, fucking whatever Spider-Man this thing.
Not Tom Holland. Any of our Spider-Men from the past.
Well, yeah, because he's the one. Tom Holland is the one he kept saying, "Oh, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I'm not in it." Then he's in it.
Well, no. Tom Holland's in it.
Oh.
We're talking about
I'm getting my bad.
Why do we not fucking know our Spider-Man anymore?
Let's pull a Hitchcockian cameo. Man. I mean,
God damn it.
Possibly. That's the thing. I don't know.
Tobey Maguire.
it's also one of those
And,
getting so far ahead of it. Oh yes, that's what. Yeah. My bad. I reversed it because Tom Holland accidentally revealed he was in one of the Avengers movies or some shit.
Yes.
It was the other way around. It was the other guys kept denying they were going to be in it. Yeah. Thank you for correcting that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I couldn't give a shit because we're getting.
I hate it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Brad
Pitt was the best part of that movie, in my opinion.
It's called The Adventures of Cliff Booth. I don't want Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Rick
2.
Dalton. Yeah, that's true.
And, that's that. Like, period. It's nothing to do with. I really enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but if you call your movie The Adventures of Cliff Booth, then it should be the fuck about Cliff Booth. Like, I'm tired of movies, doing that shit.
True. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not a backdoor sequel. It's more of a spin-off, as it should be. All right.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Like,
well, talking about spin-offs here.
Oh, yep.
Sorry, we can go back. It's all good.
Oh, no. I was just gonna. It was gonna be a snarky comment. Now I can't. Okay. Did Mario, like the Mario Brothers movie, was the fucking Peach movie, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just nothing against Princess Peach. It's just like
she's great.
Should make it, make that the movie then. But I don't like. I'm just tired of
the Princess Peach movie,
the misleading center of who the movie's about, only to do this thing to it. Anyways.
Sorry, I jumped the gun here.
No.
But
all good.
While promoting the new sequence of Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair that took place a couple of weeks back in I was gonna say Team Fortress, fucking whatever the kids play, fucking
Fortnite,
Roblox, Fortnite, yeah. Kill Bill
Minecraft.
Director and writer Quentin Tarantino had announced that he was once considering a Kill Bill prequel where we get to see Bill and how he became Bill and watching as his three godfathers shaped him to be the man he was. And he was really high on doing this while making the first Kill Bill films. But after completing, he was so tired, he moved on from that. But he says maybe in the future he might do it. Would you want to see a Bill prequel?
Yes.
I don't. I feel like he's a despisable character.
It's more, I want to see how the legend was made.
Hero
or villain, doesn't matter. I kind of like those when we've lived so long with an established character and we've molded in our own head what could be happening. I find that story to be interesting.
True.
If we ever went back, for example, if we ever went back to the Breaking Bad universe, there's so many stories you could tell. You know who I'd want to see?
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Trout prequel. I want to see him doing the fucking dirty cop shit he was doing back in Boston.
That'd be badass.
It's seeing the rise and the assemblage of that fucking creature he turns into. That occasionally,
he could be such a nice guy.
Yeah,
it'd be like the Better Call Saul version of Bill.
I would if it's telling how do we get to this point of, like you said, he's a despisable character. How do you make that happen? Because he then corralled a gnarly fucking group of people together. What would that take to attract that group of assassins to then listen to you? And then listen to him.
Yeah.
So I would be curious. I'd be curious. Now, would he make it?
That's the question. I mean, clearly it wouldn't be his last movie, but I could see a series of this possibly, like we said.
Yes. Ooh, a miniseries.
Seeing him in the TV world. Or a novel, perhaps.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would read that. I'd read that.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I'm a little ashamed. You and I both live in cities. We each live in one of the 8 cities where they're playing the 70mm Whole Bloody Affair. And I don't think either one's seen it. I was going to go see it today, but the theater that's playing it was only playing it digitally. And then I'm like, do I want to spend $28? So I'm going to see it Tuesday for $5 digital. But still getting to see it, but
yeah.
Not on film.
No, 70mm would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
well, if we got
all right. Well,
to fucking spend on see a movie.
Yes, just too much. I was talking to Sarah about it because we watched the first 2 in like January. I'm like, I want to see it on film. It's like, how many times are you going to see that movie? And I'm like, yeah, but you don't get it. This. Oh, I believe it's playing at the probably New Bev or the Vista, if I had to guess, Rick,
That would
in
make
Los
sense.
Angeles.
His preferred theaters.
Yeah. Well, he, I think, owns both.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the Vista, I think he has a Jackie Brown or not Jackie Brown, the actual actor, a Pam Grier coffee shop now, which I wish was existent when I lived out there.
Awesome.
But all right, sticking with Quentin, he recently put out his top 20 films of the 21st century. Do you want to plow through these really quick and see if we agree with any of them, or is that too crazy? We can move on. We don't have to.
All 20?
Quick. We don't gotta talk about each film.
Go for it.
All right. West Side Story, Steven Spielberg, is 20. 19, Cabin Fever. 18, Moneyball. 17, Chocolat. 16, The Devil's Rejects. 15, The Passion of Christ. 14, School of Rock. 13, Jackass the Movie. 12, Big Bad Wolves. 11, Battle Royale. 10, Midnight in Paris. 9, Shaun of the Dead. 8, Mad Max Fury Road. 7, Unstoppable. 6, Zodiac. 5, There Will Be Blood. 4, Dunkirk. 3, Lost in Translation. 2, Toy Story 3. 1, Black Hawk Down. I feel like there's some hits and there's some misses there.
Wow. I would flop Black Hawk Down and Toy Story. No. That is quite the variety of films. And
all over the place.
Fascinating, though. But it's hard to argue with a lot of those titles. I understand why you would put them up that high.
Yeah. Like, I gotta say, out of these, I'll give if it was Fever, I like that one. If it was House of 1,000 Corpses instead of Devil's Rejects, School of Rock for sure I love. Battle Royale I love.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead I love.
Mm-hmm.
But the others, Toy Story 3 is fantastic. Jackass the Movie, I think, might have been one of the most surprising for me.
That is interesting to me, but it's also like, it kind of makes sense though, doesn't it? Because it so hard broke the mold of something you would see in the theater. And it comes down to a very brutal creativity that no one else has really hit that mark since. Yes, there have been other over-the-top things, but
in the interview that he was given this in, he said, like, I haven't laughed that hard at and like talk about like the action and stuff that physically was happening. It's like, I guess if anybody, he gets action and comedy in a perfect way.
Yeah,
but,
no, I still think they're funny. I wasn't as big a fan of them as they were coming out, but now I very much appreciate, like, it's something that will never happen again. You know, it's this blip in the radar that was so unique for its time. Exactly. Like,
I don't know if I told you, but
what's that?
When Jackass 3 came out, I won these tickets to a Boston screening, and Johnny Knoxville came out, did an intro and stuff. But they were giving out these air fresheners for Dick House, their production company. Put it up in my car. Next morning, going to school, it was a shit-scented one. It was the ultimate fuck you to the audience. It was great.
That is amazing.
Perfect for those films.
Oh my God! Of course it was. I was about to say that. I was going to guess piss, but shit makes more sense.
But I'm literally, a buddy of mine, we were like, what? Why does my car smell like shit? And then, like, I'm like, oh fuck. And then I went to go put it in my buddy's car who has a Jeep, and his doors were off. So I'm like, all right. I don't know if it'll stink as much, but still a little bit.
Jam it in the fucking vent. You just go back in time. Tell yourself.
Right. Don't take the free air freshener. It looks cool, but
gift it to someone. Don't keep it.
Yeah.
The other time I've seen Johnny Knoxville was on stage with Willie Nelson at the end of his concert.
Oh,
that was random.
Interesting.
Cool.
That makes sense. Yeah. They were both in Dukes of Hazzard together.
Right. And he's a big fan of Willie's, and I believe that he worked on a documentary with him about his roadie that he had for like almost his entire career. Yeah.
I realized I never changed the picture. Sorry for the viewing audience. Apologies.
Too.
But do you agree with any of these? Do you disagree with any of these? Like,
a lot of the ones you mentioned. Yeah, I also agree with. There's definitely some variation to it. Like, some of the order's kind of funny to me. I don't know why this. I don't think I've even seen all of the Spielberg West Side Story, so I can't.
I did it
to that.
I saw it in IMAX and I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was the 20th best film of the last couple of years.
Right, the 21st century.
And I think he even went as far to say that Spielberg directed it so well, better than anything that fucking Scorsese has done in the past 20 years. And I'm like, that's a bold fucking statement, sir.
That really is bold. I don't know. I also think Tarantino just kind of likes inflaming people and making statements like this. I mean, he said these are his favorite. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the best. So, but like with the Paul Dano shit and all the other stuff.
Oh, that brings us to our next story here. Of course, as he was doing this, here's the quote. He angered a lot of people with these comments. There Will Be Blood would stand a better chance to be in number 1 or number 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And that flaw is Paul Dano. And he also said that actor couldn't stand up against Daniel Day-Lewis, Titanic Daniel Plainview. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's also so drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. He is weak sauce, man. He's a weak sister. Dano, just such a weak, uninteresting guy. I don't care for him. I don't care for Owen Wilson, and I don't care for Matthew Lillard. He went on to say that Dano's the worst actor in SAG, and he said some other fucked up thing. It's like, people can think this stuff, but don't say it out loud. And Daniel's since he was a child, he was a fantastic performer. Yeah. And Little Miss Sunshine.
All the actors he listed, I totally disagree with, because they've all had incredible performances and things. But again, I think that's just a very Tarantino-y thing to do. Mm-hmm. Let's say some fucked up shit to get people riled up. The man has done it his entire career. We shouldn't be surprised he's doing it now. Now that he's getting even older, it's just going to be wilder shit. And the way information moves even faster these days, it's going to be easier for these fires to start. So when I started hearing that, I'm like, ugh, whatever. Now he's he's loving it. So
he's getting attention.
Yeah, exactly. Who's his
classic
favorite
thing
director? Like, come on.
Paul Dano hasn't said shit in retaliation. I think Lillard's the only one. He said he was hurt by it, which understandably would be.
That's a natural reaction, but I think Paul's doing the right thing. Just fuck it, let
it blow over.
Yeah.
But do you think there's anything here, like he turned down a role or something, or do you just think it's Tarantino being Tarantino?
I think it's just Tarantino Quintoning it up. That's all.
Fair enough.
That's all it is.
You want to get into the big hot button story of the week, Dennis?
Ooh, let's do it.
All right. So as we all know, if you're a fan of entertainment, the big thing we've been talking about for months is Warner Brothers is up for sale, and they've been taking bids. They took 2 sets of bids, and now Netflix has won that bidding war. They offered $82.7 billion for Warner Brothers Discovery Studios and streaming division, and they claim they'll still put films out theatrically and all this other bullshit. And of course, people are pretty pissed off about it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's where everything's compounding too much. I
get everyone's fears. But we've already had this. Sure. Paramount and Skydance. All right, that's fucked. When Fox went to Disney, they essentially did what people are afraid. All those Fox movies are pretty much going straight to Hulu, but we'll get a few scattered throughout here and there on the big screen. But honestly, let's talk here. I go to the movies all the time, but I'm a weirdo. But people are staying at home watching things because we got used after the pandemic that it'll be on streaming soon, and the prices are so expensive. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's only a natural progression here. And the nice thing about Netflix, they give filmmakers a chance to make the movies they want. They give some freedom, and they make movies other studios have passed on. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I'm with you in the train of thought of, I'm hopeful that it's not going to be as bad as we think it might be, right? I want those things to be preserved. Like you said, I like that risks are taken a little more often over there at Netflix than some of these other studios. I mean, just last episode, I had an incredible reaction to Train Dreams. That was a fantastic film. I don't think you would ever see that on Hulu. I don't think you would ever see that on Paramount Plus. I mean, unless it was they would turn it into a series or something. I miss getting to watch movies like that. If they can preserve the Warner Brothers presence, because that is a fucking OG studio. That is there isn't much older than that left in LA. So,
and apparently,
I don't know.
David Zaslav is going to stay in control. Hopefully, they'll keep Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca there because Warner Brothers is coming off of one of their biggest years. They've had almost half the big hits of the year coming out of their studio. They're a hot commodity right now.
Yep.
Now
that also that's also a little nervous too. Just for the same reason.
And Netflix has essentially destroyed home video, but they've revolutionized it. They made binging a thing. They made streaming a major player in the game. Like, they're innovators, and they have been given their, like, Frankenstein, the Knives Out movie I'm going to talk about later today. Other movies, they're giving movies theatrical windows. They're small windows, but still windows nonetheless.
And I feel like the true end game is to then really solidify an Oscar presence too. Of the we are one of you guys now. Don't confuse us with some little we're not YouTube. We are one of the big dogs, which I get. You want to establish that because you've had a lot of very, very good original work that has come out of the Netflix platform, but this is still scary. But this is the era we live in, so
it was bound to happen. It's better than Skydance and Paramount taking it because that's even less.
100% agree with that. Yes, absolutely. This is the lesser of evils, I think. But
honestly, I was pushing more for maybe Apple because they have a good pairing together with like F1. It's like they need to get in the game a bit, but whatever.
They consistently deliver entertaining stuff too.
Great shows,
it's a
great
smaller
films.
volume, but that's okay. You don't need to, it doesn't need to be banging out 7. If it were anyone else, there would be 3 more F1 fucking sequels already in our face and spin-offs and shit.
True.
And I'm glad that's not the case. So we'll have to wait and see what the fuck happens over here. But I don't know.
Now, my question is, all these people who have been like, fuck streaming, fuck Netflix, all these big directors and movie stars, do you think that tune's going to change now that Netflix is Warner Brothers?
It has to, because, because as time goes on, you're going to run out of fucking corners to hide in with your film. You're not going to stay away from it. This is just what it is. So it doesn't mean, hopefully we can keep theaters alive, though. I still want it to exist, but I think it needs to go back to being a fucking theater and not a restaurant that's playing a movie. Go to
like
fucking
we talked
Applebee's.
Off mic a couple of weeks ago, the theater experience is dying, but the people who want to go to the theaters can go to theaters, which is nice. I think everyone should have the chance to do it at home, do it at theater, as long as movies are being made and seen and people get to choose. I'm all for that.
Yeah,
but in the past, Ted Sarantos of Netflix has said theatrical is dead. That's why we don't care as much. But now it's like maybe they're willing to change now that they can be a major player.
That's bullshit. They just want to win a trophy. Come on,
they really do. They do. They haven't they?
I
With
thought,
Cuarón's last film, a couple of things.
Yeah, it's just not the.
Yeah,
I'm sure not as many as they want. So, or Academy Awards and shit. I mean, they still get the attention, but. It's the pedigree, now having acquired that, it's like, well, we have this in our blood now, so it's like, all right, well, do something good with it. Don't tarnish these names.
I am excited. I'm hoping once it all happens, Max will be absorbed into Netflix because I love the Netflix interface. I love the content on Max, but I hate the interface of Max.
Agreed. Yeah.
It's frustrating. You got to dig through a million things to find one thing that you're interested in.
Right.
I don't know.
Agreed.
But like you said, a lot of people are opposed to it. All these different unions and factors. There's going to be a fight for it. It might not happen, but I'm pretty sure it will. $83 billion is hard to, I don't know.
That's an amount of money that would be hard to turn down by any company. So, yeah.
But my big thing is, why sell? I get that's why Zaslav came in to shake things up to sell it. But coming off of a hot year, why not stay in business on your own for a while? Like,
because you want to go
So much
home
more
with
they
that
could
Super
do.
Bowl ring. You don't want to then turn right back around and start the next season expecting to go right back to the big game, and then you start losing games, and you're like, oh, well, fuck you guys, I'm going home. I
Yeah.
I think it's a part of it is we did it. I was able to get the fucking sticker price up to there. Now that part's done. Now that's in their hands. Now it's like now they got to keep the
True.
fucking or you know, because at the end of the day they're gonna have to okay all that shit. Of course they're gonna make it look like they're gonna want to make it look like all the same workings are in place, the same systems are
Yeah.
moving. The we're no, don't worry, we're not getting up bullshit. We know you're going to be involved. Like you know, going back to you talking about Frankenstein, you wouldn't have a juggernaut film like that getting released without you kind of coming, you know, it's like no, we are going to be one and the same in big studio formats like this.
Yeah.
Just have to see.
And then also I was thinking something now and I fucking forgot it. Sorry. No. It's interesting because a lot of people were theorizing that like Zack Snyder was behind this and that once this happens, the Snyderverse will come back. There's no way in hell that's happening, folks.
It's over.
Dark day in hell that's happening. Hopefully they don't ruin the Legend of Batman, but you very well could. Video games, yeah. Warner Brothers video games, I believe. Well, they're not buying
It's a
everything,
separate
but I'm pretty
division,
sure.
isn't it? Wasn't that part of the thing? Because like their Warner
only
Brothers
for the
music is
streaming
staying
service.
alive.
Yeah, and
It's like
theatrical, I believe.
it's yeah, like there's terms to how all the other things because like in animation, I believe that's all staying in motion.
Yeah, it's because they're gonna sell
Um,
more stuff off in the next half of 2026. But I don't know if you saw the story. It was interesting because Paramount was so gung-ho and sure they were getting it that they flew out one of their top execs to the set of Resident Evil to talk to Zach Krager about making a movie in the DC universe before they even had their final bid in. Like, how fucking ballsy is that move? Like, come on.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on, something a little more brighter, Dennis, that we can both be excited about. In celebration of its 50th anniversary on February 19th, 2027, fans will finally get to witness the original theatrical cut of Star Wars on the big screen. We've been dying for it. Now we're getting it.
That's what is it? The closest we've ever got was that bootleg that was assembled by fans that there was several episodes back. I'd mentioned watching it on some weird third-party app that like they would get kicked off and they bring it back and that was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But I believe I don't know if because that was always a part of the problem is the actual original theatrical release is actually really hard to get a hold of. Like there's only so many copies of those prints left. So that's pretty fucking awesome. I would like to be able to watch as it was released back then. And then, you know, no New Hope, right? That was all added later. It was just Star Wars. So that would be that's cool. That's cool. I like the nostalgia.
I will say, I think as a test run, somewhere in London over at a festival a couple of months ago, they did screen it. So I'm thinking that was like a test run to see how the audience gauged it. Because it's going to be rough. Like, we don't have all the fucking touch-ups by CG, but that's what we want to see. We want to witness it the way everyone did.
It's for if I want to listen to a song on vinyl, then I want to listen to it on vinyl. You know, like that is its own texture and tone, and it's all the imperfections add to that sort of warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you're listening to something in that format. Just like what watching that would be. And you're 100% correct. That isn't going to be for everyone. There's definitely going to be people who are going to be turned off by it, but
who can still watch all the remastered editions on Blu-ray, Disney Plus, and whatnot. Why not?
I mean, shit, you can scroll through also, you know, right here on YouTube, or I see it often on the Star Wars subreddit of people combining all the different edits into a single frame so you can see the differences and just how much they've changed the movie over time. As much as you think it's that you're still seeing the same thing. I mean, they fucking changed the Greedo Han duel 3 times at least.
Yeah.
So it constantly, even the dialogue and the subtitles has changed over the years.
God,
it's
that's true.
but it's all those things, you know. And not, it's
It's
not
just
knocking any
fascinating
of
how
those
much
iterations,
Lucas
but
tried burying this, and Disney's like, "It's ours now, bitch. We're giving the fans what they want."
and I think it's the age group. The audience has now it's looped back around. It's an older audience still, you know,
True.
like we're not, this isn't, doing this isn't introducing a new audience into it. I'm sure some people will be able to do that. But this is for an already established fan base who want to go back to those days, you know?
100%. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna be checking this out. I'm pretty sure
Fuck
you'll
yeah.
get out there for
Oh.
like this is something big.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But that's gonna take us to the end of the old news section. But there's another thing that we can talk about here, Dennis. A little thing we like to call polls. All right, here on episode 228, I reviewed Brendan Fraser's latest film, Rental Family. So I wanted to know what the Toasties' favorite non-mummy related Brendan Fraser film was out of Encino Man, Blast from the Past, Bedazzled, and Monkey Bone were. Earlier films, but classics in their own right.
I want to hear what you say first, because I already, as soon as you said the title of one of them, that was already my choice.
I'm fairly certain it involves an old friend of the show, some warm Dr. Pepper for you. But for me, it's a toss-up. As a kid, I loved Monkey Bone because I loved the claymation monkey by Chris Kattan. But the one I always went back to was fucking Bedazzled, man. That movie just worked on so many levels for me. And that's back when fucking right after Spy Who Shagged Me. So I'm like, oh, Hurley and this and that, and like,
I
don't know.
Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah,
still gorgeous.
But yeah, at like 50. Yeah,
fucking A.
Is it Blast from the Past for you?
Oh fuck yeah, of course. Absolutely, it's Blast from the Past. I still love that movie. It is ridiculous, and I know I get it's not a very good movie, but it's so.
But it is. It has a charm and likability.
Yes. All the cast does such a good job. It's fun to go back and watch again every once in a while. There's seeing the world through eyes like that. It reminds you of things, of just appreciating the things that you have and the people around you and stuff. And I like the perspective offered in that film. And I think they did a great job.
Do you think that, like, I don't know, you play the games and whatnot, but for me, it seems like possible that fucking Fallout might have been inspired by Blast from the Past because they're down in those bunkers and then they realize the world's a little bit different, or is that too far off the stretch?
The first Fallout game came out before Blast from the Past did, but there's several sourced, like there are other films that were that were inspired, or that then inspired Fallout.
Okay.
Mad Max, obviously. What is it? A Boy and His Dog.
Okay.
There. Oh God, what's it called? Cherry 2000, something like that. Really cheesy, but
sure.
But entertaining.
Sci-fi, kind of retro.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of elements, but I get what you're saying though. I could see that kind of with the show, like some of the show, those elements, but like the whole franchise itself draws from a Stephen King. Oh my God,
The Stand.
Yes, that's a big influence on the Fallout series as well. Primarily New Vegas. That's a big part of how they structure that. We're gonna. Well, I'm curious which of those elements are coming over. The trailers have already teased a good amount of things. I'm very excited for. So we'll just have to wait and see. On such a huge tangent now away from Brendan.
All right, but let's get back to this. Let's see what the Toasties had to say about Brendan Fraser's work. All right. 0% for Encino Man. No love for the Weasel, I guess. 0% for Blast from the Past.
Oh, not a surprise.
0% for Bedazzled. 100% for Monkey Bone, a movie I didn't think anyone gave a fuck about but me.
Wow.
I'm surprised by this one.
I kind of thought it was going to be Bedazzled that took a bulk of the votes. So I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised, man.
Huh.
But it's
All right.
interesting.
Yeah. Chris Kattan,
All right.
you still live on. Don't you worry.
Hell yeah. All right. I reviewed on episode 228 the latest Chloe Zhao film, Hamnet, which is about William Shakespeare. And I think I mentioned I don't give a fuck about Shakespeare. I don't know about Hamlet because I'm ignorant and I don't understand the whole Shakespearean language and whatnot. But I wanted to know if the Toasties are fans of Shakespeare. Where do you land on Shakespeare? I know he has a reverence and respect, but do you fuck with Shakespeare?
I've liked his works. In high school, I enjoyed reading his plays, the dramas and the comedies. But it's kind of a little bit of sprinkling of everything. But I don't necessarily like go out of my way to go see plays that are still performed. But I have seen a few.
Sure.
I've Midsummer Night's Dream a couple times. But no, I would say, like, it's funny enough, been rewatching Val's been rewatching Sons of Anarchy, and Hamlet is the loose inspiration aspect at the beginning of that show. So you're never going to get away from the elements that the plot devices he used. Now, you can't say he created all of them because he also was ripping off other people, but the fact that had that many things written, all of those things were assembled by the same mind in those capacities, I find interesting, and I enjoy the stories. I don't think that's going away.
Yeah. All right. So let's find out what the audience had to say. The old Toasties on X. 0% for no, so I'm in the minority. Of course, 100% for yes. So it's good to see people still care about the classics. I'm just a jaded fuck who is about the current state of films and whatnot, and I don't get to the theater as often as I should. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. All right. That doesn't surprise you, I imagine.
No, doesn't surprise me at all.
Surprise me.
I
This
think
is kind of a lame poll here. Sorry. It was this or the Jonas Brothers, and I'm like,
ooh,
should have done
that would have had an interesting reaction too. I'd imagine.
All right, well, let's go over. I can give the results here. I'll read what we got for the Jonas Brothers polls. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right, so who's your favorite Jonas Brothers out of Joe, Nick, Kevin, and Frankie? I don't know any of these guys besides the ones that are movies. But who's your favorite Jonas brother, Dennis?
I don't fucking know. I did like that joke in the movie about not Nick or Joe. That was
yeah.
Sorry, Kevin. You're kind of the butt of that end. But yeah, it's I don't know.
I feel like I hear about Joe Jonas the most. Or
I mean,
I'll
Nick's
skip
got
to
some
it. I'll give you
good music though. When his solo shit, I don't mind it. Let's put it that way. But I can't like pick him out.
Cool. Well, 0% for Joe, 0% for Nick, 0% for Frankie, 100% for Kevin. Kevin Jonas. The folks have spoken, folks. Good on you, Kevin Jonas.
There you go.
A name I didn't know existed until I did this poll. But
there was
that's
that joke. You gotta see it. It's funny.
I'm never gonna watch the movie, Dennis. But I can lie and tell you I will. Let's get into our main section of the show here. Why the folks probably showed up. Why am I saying folks so much? I don't say that word in real life.
Folks.
A little thing we like to call reviews.
Nice camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would blame.
All right, you got a movie that I am very excited to hear about. If you want to get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. This is a flick you can go and catch on Hulu right now. It is called Sovereign. So this is starring Nick Offerman and Jacob Tremblay, as well as Dennis Quaid and several other fantastic actors.
What a cast.
I mean, let's just Martha Plimpton as well. She does a great job. Directed by Christian Swiegel, who wrote the film Proud Mary. It came out a few years back. Not a big
with Taji P. Henderson, right?
Yep, that one.
Okay.
Not a lot of other credits to his name, but I will say this movie packs a massive punch for directing a feature film like this out the gate. It's telling the story of Nick Offerman's character Jerry Kane and his son Joe, who Jerry, the dad, he's got unique opinions of the government. Well, maybe not so much unique, but not your average opinions of the government, and lives a very independent life and looks at everything through a lens that everything can be manipulated into a means that should benefit you. Well, that's not even correct. He believes in the sovereignty of individual American rights, and he drives around the country teaching these classes of this is how you run circles around the banks. This is how you don't get foreclosed on. This, that, and the other, and yada yada. While simultaneously, it's happening to them. He's constantly going against the grain, which is getting them in trouble. Jacob Tremblay's character, Joe. He's got this front row seat to all this shit happening while he's trying to still form his opinion of how the world's working. He can't really live like a normal life because he's caught between two worlds, so to speak, where he's trying to kind of follow the example his father is setting before him. He wants to go to school, and he wants to talk to a pretty girl, and he wants to do teenage boy shit. Meanwhile, he's telling sheriff's officers to fuck off from their house and take care of their dog while their dad's driving all over the country trying to make what little money he can off of this what do you call it? These conferences that he's giving. It's interesting. I really like the tone of this film. It's while trying to offer these two clashing perspectives, so to speak. Dennis Quaid's kind of you're seeing these mirrored parallels between the two lives. Dennis Quaid's the father of, or he's the sheriff in this county where his son has now just joined the force, and we're watching these two parallel stories kind of unfold together before it all boils up into this horrific, dark ending. But although the film's a slow burn, I could not look away. I really liked the score. It was subtle, but moving, and I kind of like the unsettling tone to it all. Very sort of bleak cinematography that I still think can even make these naked trees and ugly sets look beautiful in their own way. Very relatable, very realistic. Everyone's seen people who've unfortunately been in situations similar to this, and it's just I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic film.
Nice.
It's definitely not for everyone. It's going to be rough in some corners of it. I like this aspect of we're kind of seeing some people preach one thing, but then they turn around and do another. But very interesting, and I think a lot of people should go and check this one out. So as a kid, you just can't give too much away, even though you kind of see a direction it's going, even if you see the trailer. It doesn't paint the whole picture, and I like seeing all those gaps filled in. And even when you get to the end, there's a tragic beauty to it that I can appreciate. Yeah, I dug this. I'm gonna give Sovereign 3.5 slices of toast. It's at an hour and 40 minutes. It feels a little longer than that, but that's just kind of how the pacing works. But I kind of, there's times I enjoy it, and there are times where I kind of want to get to the next thing, but that's probably just my own little thing about it. But I love the movie, and
happy to hear that.
No, yeah.
Like, I was so excited to see this movie because it looked like Nick Offerman was getting to do something different. And it just looks so visceral and like action-packed and raw. Everything you said, I got that vibe from the trailer, but it was playing nowhere near me. And man, I'm so excited to see this now that I've heard a good review of it. I'm excited for this.
Oh, dude, I think you dig it. It's intent. Like, I don't know. The tone of it is just it kind of wears on you a little bit after a while.
Yeah.
You definitely need like a sort of palate cleanser movie sort of thing afterwards. I mean, that's
It's
just me.
it's interesting because it kind of reminds me of a movie I reviewed last year, this Jude Law movie called The Order. It kind of gave me vibes of that
Oh,
from the trailer.
yes.
I feel like those two together would be a good double feature from what I've
Ooh,
heard
oh
from
yeah.
your point of view here.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a good comparison there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to jump over to a movie that's currently in limited release and coming to Netflix on December 12th. I'm talking about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. All right. This is the third movie in the Knives Out franchise, and it's kind of different. Each movie is different. The first one had its own vibe. The second one was its own like kind of comedic vibe on like a deserted island kind of thing. And this one is a little more gothic, a little more dark. So essentially it starts off, we see our main character is this young priest played by Josh O'Connor. He gets in an altercation with the priest in his current parish, and he's sent away to this little town that has this Monsignor who's a little rash, a little crude, and yet he has this like following of like select people that he likes and that worships him. And he's just a sinister guy, this Monsignor, played by Josh Brolin, who is almost unrecognizable here. Like he kind of looks like modern day George Lopez. Like he has long gray hair, a big grizzly gray beard, and he's just chewing up the scenery. And you can tell that he doesn't give a fuck about the job. He just is doing whatever he wants. And Josh O'Connor is just kind of like taken aback and a little worried about the direction he's taken this parish in, because he's seeing the negative sides of this Monsignor and the effect it's having on everyone in the church. And one thing leads to another, and the Monsignor gets murdered. And it's interesting because he's murdered behind closed doors in front of everyone. So nobody knows how he died. And there's so many different people who could have done it, who have motives to do it. And of course, they got to call in Benoit Blanc, Daniel Craig's inspector, to come crack the case. He's working alongside the local jurisdiction, who is Mila Kunis. And she's a little underutilized here. She doesn't get to do a lot, but it was nice seeing her again. I feel like it's been a while.
Nice,
and the other cast, the rest of the cast is great. We get Kerry Washington, Jeremy Renner, Thomas Hayden Church, Kaylee Spaney, Andrew Scott, and Glenn Close. Glenn Close might be the second funniest person in this movie. Now,
shit.
It's crazy because she's normally this kind of a prestige actress who's like just so like in charge and like proper.
Sure.
But in this, she's just a regular lady. And
you can't forget about 101 Dalmatians now.
That's very true. Cruella, the original Cruella. That's yeah. But I will say the character who like stood out the most to me, who was the funniest and just realist, is barely, and he's in like one or two scenes. Jeffrey Wright. He's like in charge of like the clergy, and he's great. I love him and everything.
Yeah.
But
he's fantastic.
This cast, everyone's firing on all cylinders. I gotta say, I'm not a giant Rian Johnson fan. I didn't like his Star Wars. I didn't like Looper. But this series is really interesting because he's really getting to do what I feel like he's good at. And watching the trailer for this, I was kind of iffy because it looked like it was going to be a dark gothic movie and like the tone was going to be serious and dour, which it had a little bit of that, but it was more funny. Like it was really, really funny.
Right,
and the mystery was intriguing.
You can't in the Knives Out. Well, just for the Knives Out movies, you can't strip away all of what brought you there in the first place. I feel
like the set design was fantastic here. The mystery was good. Cinematography was really cool. There was some fun stuff being done with the camera. The score, I love the score for this movie. I forget who did it. Was it Michael Giacchino? It doesn't. Someone cool did the score. Maybe Atticus Finch. And I don't know. But the score was great. Everything was gorgeous about this movie. I really, really dug it. But it's a little long. It's 2 hours and 24 minutes. And I feel like it could be trimmed down to about an hour 45 and still be as effective.
Oh, wow. It's quite
I don't know. But it it didn't drag, but it just didn't move as quickly as I wanted it to move, I guess.
Yeah.
The weird thing here that got me was when I saw the trailer and I saw Jeremy Renner was in it. In Glass Onion, the second Knives Out film, they name checked Jeremy Renner, the actor, because he's friends with the guy who owns the island they're on. He has his own hot sauce. So I'm like, is Jeremy Renner playing himself, or is he going to be a character?
Oh,
He's a
no.
character. It just kind of feels weird to me.
That is, that always kind of weirds me out when those worlds do that. I'm like, okay, I'll just ignore the fact that we just talked about you in the last movie, but okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But I gotta say, as our main character, Josh O'Connor, this guy, I feel like I've been seeing him pop up in a lot. He's growing on me. And Andrew Scott, I always love, like, all this whole cast. It's not as star-studded as the previous films, in my opinion. There's few big names, few mediocre names, but they're all great. I'm gonna give Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery, 3 slices of toast. If you can catch it on the big screen, it's worth it. It's cool, but it's coming to Netflix very shortly, so you won't regret it either way if you're a fan of these movies.
Well, nice.
Yeah,
awesome, man.
I'm intrigued. This next one, I think. Oh, sorry.
I just said I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be watching it.
Hell yeah! I want to hear your take on it. You could be totally opposite from mine, for all I know. This next movie, we're going to tag team, but I'll let you kind of lead us off here.
All right. Staying in the holiday festive mood, you got to get more of those holiday films in. And here is a Christmas story that is brand new to the streamers, or a streamer, talking about Oh, What Fun. So this is available on Amazon Prime Video right now, and it's telling the story of Michelle Pfeiffer and the Clouster family, and they're all celebrating Christmas together at their family home in Texas. And she is the quintessential Christmas mom, does all of the treats, all the decorating. Everyone has to come to her house, and she's so super into it that her favorite daytime talk show is holding this contest where people nominate their moms, their amazing Christmas moms, to then win a trip to go out to a live taping of the show. And she's just hoping and hoping and hoping. Her kids have been submitting her, and she's been texting him and emailing him all the links and shit to do this, and as well as looking forward to just having everyone together for the holidays. Now, of course, you get the crazy family dynamics of the sister that is the serial dater. You have the oldest daughter who's kind of she's married, she's a mother, and she's kind of regulated off to being the oldest, but almost one of the parents, having to kind of watch the rest of the kids. Jason Schwartzman plays the husband of Felicity Jones. Their dynamic, I think, is quite funny. And then their youngest son, who's kind of like underaccomplished, but he's the one who's babied out of the group because he's the youngest. Very atypical dynamics you would get from like a family movie. But this one has a softer edge. It's not like a Family Stone or something really heavy that was holiday themed with all the family together. And I will say, there's some laughs in there.
Sure.
Dennis Leary playing the dad. He's definitely got some jokes. We talk about underutilized. There's really only a few scenes of his that are
I was gonna say, as you're talking, that was gonna be my first comment. Dennis Leary didn't get enough to do. He just came and went.
I think
I feel like our main, there's too much going on in this movie. I think everyone has their own thing, and the editing. We're watching something happen and then cut to something else, cut back to that thing, and it's like, slow the fuck down. Let us live in these moments.
Not where I can kind of appreciate the story each character was given. I ended up caring more for some of the side characters that were pushed out of the film than the ones we're supposed to be looking at. The logic just makes no fucking sense. I understand the focus of it. I do truly appreciate the goal of what the film is trying to do. Yes, there are the unsung heroes of family get-togethers and holidays like this. This very much is true of the mom being overlooked for that, the one that does all the shit, or whoever it is, whatever.
Sure.
parental figure it
Someone
is,
in the
or
family.
whoever it is to you. There is someone who brings Christmas to fucking life in those situations, and they deserve that attention and to be thanked for that. What I don't get though is the decisions they then decided to go with, the way it was executed, and the logic used by the characters was just so fucking ridiculous. It wasn't even like quirky funny. It was just like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Something stupid would happen, and then 10 minutes later, I'd laugh at something again, but then we go right back to doing something stupid. So
yeah.
Val didn't even finish watching the last 40 minutes. And it was one where like an hour in, there's a pivotal moment happens in the film. And I'm like, wait a minute, it took us a fucking hour to get to that point. And then I'm like, oh, it feels like we're wrapping this up. Oh shit. Nope. There's still 35.
And that, like you said, that inciting incident was so minor and it was so overblown. It's like, that should have been in the first 20 minutes, first 15 minutes, that should have happened. We didn't need all that backstory.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was rushed.
She had a car. She could have got there.
Yeah.
Like, I will
say, I don't think we're the proper audience. I watched this with my mother and she was on board. Like, she was loving it. I'm like,
I can see that. Yeah. No, what's funny is it's like, as we're watching this, I turned to my wife and said, oh, look, it's your mother. This is your mom.
After just spending Thanksgiving with her, you got that whole real experience.
Yeah. But like you're saying, I think she'd love it. My mom would probably like it too. Yeah. If she hasn't already seen it.
And
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm gonna say it was competently directed. I love Michael Showalter. He comes from improv, but he is a fantastic director. I didn't like the cinematography in the beginning, all that shaky cam. I get what it was doing, but it was too much.
Yeah, I agree. There isn't really any rhythm or pattern to it. And then when we get to certain other scenes, it feels like we're watching a different movie and almost. When we get to Eva Longoria, who plays the host of the show she watches,
Zazzy.
I'm
sorry, filming a holiday special on Christmas. Oh, no way! The whole town shuts down.
No,
logic out the window.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a fragment of the logic I cannot stand in this film. And then sometimes even the slapstick jokes that should have been easy, they fuck up. But then the things I was never expecting to be funny, I ended up chuckling at. That I very much appreciated this scene with Felicity Jones and Jason Schwartzman in that fucking single bed, doing the voices back and forth together of what they named the different elves on shelves. And it's like, no, that is what couples do. Make fucking silly voices, like there's so many of these like honest, sweet moments nestled between absolute fucking chaos and what the fuck is happening moment. It's like I kind of started to like it, and then it just kept going downhill. And
it was a real roller coaster, and the lows were higher than the highs, I think.
Yes. I'm sorry.
But the cast was doing the best that they could.
Yes. I will not sell them short, because it's like, at the end of the day, you're given the dialogue you're given. I think everyone delivered as best they could with what was in front of them and the direction they're receiving, because it's movies full of talented people. And again, I can appreciate the heart of the story, just not the execution, the actual plot, way it plays out. It's just too much for me. It's like Val was trying to say, is this like a Hallmark movie getting a way bigger budget and way bigger names in it? I'm like, I think that's kind of doing almost an injustice to Hallmark movies, because they work within their means.
Those Hallmark movies have been playing since before Halloween in my house, and they've been getting slightly better stories and bigger, interesting casts thrown in the mix. I don't know. It's like they're becoming their own real thing. I mean, they're still all the same bullshit premises. Yeah. But
well, fuck, dude. You can go on a cruise with half the cast of these people now, or these movies now. Like they
got their own crazy. Like holiday experience in July in like Nashville or some shit.
Oh shit! I believe
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice try. Nice try.
Yeah. It was nice seeing an original holiday movie, but this just isn't going to be one I'll go back to anytime in the next 20 years.
There's definitely people who will go back and watch it again.
Sure.
Like there is an audience for this, but like you said, it's just not us. And
Yeah.
even then, there's probably better versions of telling a similar story, but probably not in this Christmas context. So
100%.
we'll have to see if another. Is there a different way we can tell a similar story that is better executed? But
I feel like we have seen it in different renditions, but none are coming to mind. I feel like there has to be some out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many slices are you giving this bad boy?
I've been debating. What?
It being kind. I'm giving 2.5.
Fuck.
2 maybe.
I'm right.
I don't know.
That's where I'm stuck too. I don't know if it's 2 or 2.5 because it's like I'd be genuinely surprised. Like, oh shit, no, okay, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then something really stupid would happen.
Yeah.
I can say 2. I'm going 2 slices.
All right. Not bad. So we live in that 2 zone.
Yeah.
All right.
They're right down the middle.
That's not bad. We're on the same page here. And if you did watch the movie and you like it more than us, let us know what worked for you.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to hear. All the socials or whatnot. Love to hear from y'all. All right. I have one film left. This movie comes out on December 19th. A movie written by Will Arnett, who happens to star in it, and directed by Bradley Cooper, his buddy. A film called Is This Thing On? All right. So this is following a married couple who are in a rut and one day decide, let's call it quits. And they go their separate ways. The mom lives in the house with the kids. The dad gets his own place. And they both kind of are amicable with each other. Like they still run into each other and they're civil. And you can tell there's still some love there. But they need to do a little bit of growing. And one night, Will Arnett stumbles into a comedy club, a real life comedy club in New York, one of the highest comedy clubs out there, the Comedy Cellar. And he stumbles upon an open mic night, and he just goes up there and kind of bears his soul to the audience, talking about being split up with his wife and kids. And he gets some laughs, and he's like, oh, this is interesting. And then he starts doing it more, and he kind of hones his skill, and it becomes like a major part of his life, but he's hiding it from his friends and family. And it's interesting to watch as someone's kind of moving up the ranks and learning to hone a skill. That was kind of cool. And then on the other side, as his wife, we have Laura Dern, who is just fantastic in this. She was, when she was younger, she was a volleyball player, and she was in the U.S. Olympics volleyball team. And she kind of gave that up to be a mother and wife. And now she wants to get back into it a little bit. So she becomes a coach, and her career takes off again. And the two just find this passion. And I'm not going to say what happens, but it's interesting because we have some fun dynamics. Because, like I said, they don't hate each other.
Right.
Laura Dern's still pretty close to Will Arnett's parents. Will Arnett's mom loves Laura Dern. They still hang out. There's some great cast members tossed in here. Like I said, Bradley Cooper's in here, but I'm a little irked by this. He's playing something different, which cool. Play something different. I'm all for that. But his look, his mannerisms, his line deliveries, his lines are all essentially a Jason Mantzoukas, Ralphie from the League delivery and performance. And it's like, oh, dude, it was rough. Like even I saw this at a festival a few months ago. My buddy's like, yeah, he's doing Ralphie from the League. And I'm like, yeah, it's rough. And then the end of the movie, some time passes. He's now looking like Mark Maron. And I'm like, what? So inconsistent and weird.
Is that just
so we got him.
Letting him just do whatever. Now he's,
because he's the director, so he can get away with it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And then it's interesting because we have Will Arnett's one third of his podcast. Sean Hayes is popping in here as one of his friends. Once again, an underutilized character. Him and another guy are playing husbands, and they're kind of just like the gay friends at dinner parties, and they're not adding anything to the story. And we know Sean Hayes is a great comedic performer.
Fantastic.
Yes. And then you got people like Sean Hayes popping up in here. Sorry, Sean Hayes. I already said him. Peyton Manning is in here.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And it's interesting. because he's not playing Peyton Manning, and he's a pretty good actor. I've only known him from like commercials and stuff, but I get he's a football guy. But that kind of took me by surprise. And some other people who I'm like, I know them, but I don't know them fully. Oh, Emily Blunt is in here at some point.
Shit!
Interesting. I'm now looking at IMDb. I'm like, okay, but no, the movie itself. Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had the same reaction when I was looking at the cast for Sovereign earlier. Megan Mullally's in it, and I didn't realize till afterwards.
That makes sense.
And it's like it's just her voice, but she is in it. But anyway, yeah,
fair enough.
To go with, yeah.
But I will say there's these dogs in this movie that are so adorable, and they come and go in scenes, and it's like, oh, those dogs are so cute. I am a sucker for seeing dogs in movies. This movie, it rides the line of drama and comedy, but it definitely leans more towards comedy. It's nice. I like it. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes. A little bit long. There's an interesting recurring joke with Will Arnett's dad always drinking juice boxes that are really for his grandkids. Kind of cute and funny. I don't know why. They did it just the right amount of times. And like it's nice seeing a real comedy club getting to shine, but it's like, someone just doesn't move up the ranks to become a regular at a big comedy club in the day. Only doing that one club, not going all across town.
Right.
Little weird, but it's interesting because when he's on stage, it kind of reminds me of when they did at the Comedy Cellar when Louis C.K. was there on the Louis show. It kind of gave me that vibe a little bit.
Okay, yeah. It's just as much therapy for him as it is entertainment for everyone in the audience.
Mm-hmm. And the camera work is a little weird. Like my buddy I saw it with, he was a little off put by it because there's a lot of like, it's a handheld for a lot, and we're like really super imposed on faces, like super like close-ups galore in this, and it's like little breath would be nice, a little breathing room, pull away the camera, but I don't know.
Is that okay? I wonder if that's something to do with it getting to streaming eventually. Like they're gonna watch it on TV anyways, because I get what you mean when you live in that tight for that long. On a big screen, it's a lot to take in, that can do a number. So interesting. Huh.
Mm-hmm. And the other weird nitpicky thing I had, even my buddy had, there were these like cuts in time, these little jumps, but it's hard to tell how much time has passed. Time has passed, and it's like a little clarity would have been nice there. I can forgive it.
Okay.
It's 2 hours and 4 minutes, not too long. It's a fun time. Like Will Arnett gets to be a little more serious than we've seen him, but he still has that cutty edge, his wit, which is nice. But like I said, Laura Dern is so goddamn delightful in this film as well. Nice. Overall, I really dug this movie. I'm going to see it when it comes out on the big screen next week again. I'm going to give this thing on 3 slices of toast.
Nice.
If you're a fan of comedy, I think this is definitely for you folks. Okay, there I go, saying folks again. Yeah.
It's Hannibal Buress comment earlier, I think. Now he's just because I feel like it's some of his stand-up he'd say the word folks a lot.
I can see that.
Folksy guy.
Yeah.
All right. No, it sounds like something I'd want to check out too. I'd be all about that.
I love to hear if you ever get around to it, to hear what you think about it, because it's really good. Like I like it's so good. I'm willing to pay to see it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That says something.
Enough.
Yeah. But I will say the trailers don't do the movie justice, to be honest. When I watched the trailers before I went to the festival, I'm like, I was just going on the fact that it was Will Arnett. And it's funny because a couple months ago over the summer, I got an invite to see it. They were screening it in Boston, one of those test screenings in Boston. Never seen that before. But of course, as you're selecting, like, do you work in the industry? Do you review? And I'm like, 2 checks right there. I'm not getting into the screening. Fuck it. Never mind.
Oh, you got to lie about that shit, man. You can't fucking.
Yeah, I know. But I don't like lying. I suck at it.
True.
But I got to it before it came out anyways.
There we go.
So
there we go.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for reviews here. I think we got some interesting stuff that people can check out.
Definitely some solid flicks for you folks to go check out. Or if you already have, like Adam has been saying, you got to let us know what you think too. Hit us up on all of the socials. We got a Facebook, X, 2 Facebooks, as Adam always reminds you.
All the
X,
time.
Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube, of course, all at the handle @movie_toast. Toast at Movie Toast,
That's
folks.
true.
For those of you listening, there's all those other platforms that you can come and check out some more video content, see our beautiful mugs on the screen. For those of you who are watching, come check out the podcast or wherever your podcasts are sold. We don't
and it's
sell
free,
it, but,
so you're not gonna sign up for Patreon or shit.
Just sign up for our OnlyFans. That's all. That's where the real party starts.
Yeah. I literally strip myself down. You see my moves, and I'm just getting into it, folks. It's good stuff.
We just talk about
People
movies
pay me to
naked.
put clothes
That's
on. Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm desperate enough. There has to be someone out there who likes heavy guys in movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Woo.
You know
anyway, speaking of movies, we are gonna be having our annual film festival coming up, but we're trying something different and we're working out some kinks. It's gonna be live streamed right here on YouTube and some other platforms. We just got to work out kinks before we put any of the details out there. So if any of you listening or watching have gotten word that your film's been selected, we haven't forgotten about you. We just really want to make sure everything's worked out, all the kinks. But once all that info is worked out and figured out, we will let you know on all those platforms, on the podcast. It's coming. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Normally it's around this time, but we want to make sure we're not fucking it up.
Yes, yeah, exactly. As Adam said, we really want to get it. We want to get it right. We put a lot of work into it in all the previous years. So please don't think we're slacking on it. It's more concern about it. It's still being the fun series of short films that we want to share from you from around the world. And there's some really cool stuff that we're very much looking forward to having you guys check out. So please keep your eyes and ears out for more information on when the festival is occurring. We will be putting that as soon as we set a date. We will be letting all of you fine toasties know how, and I mean, you're gonna be able to watch on YouTube. End of the day, it's gonna be right here on this stream if you're watching now. For those of you listening, please come check out the YouTube and please come watch some really cool short films. Come join us.
All around the world we got shit coming. Different genres, different styles. It's a fun time. But you don't want to follow us, or you already follow us. You can't wait for the festival. You want to do something. Why not help us improve this show? We can only do that by getting your actual feedback of what works and what doesn't work. So please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening or watching. And we want to make the show as golden brown and delicious as possible, and toasty and buttery. Woo.
That is right. That is right, sir. Please just let us know what you think, because we would just, as Adam said, want to get the show as good as we possibly can. We've gone through several iterations over the years, but at the end of the day, we just like talking movies with you folks. So let us know. Yeah.
But you don't want to do any of that. You can do one thing that we always ask, and it's free. And it's please
stay toasty.
Toasty.
I'm the Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
Oh man, now I'm thinking we gotta change that fucking song with the Tarantino now that he's a hot button guy. I don't know. Hey man, I'm happy to be the #1 podcast on Bikini Bottom. I'll take that any day.
There you go.
Oh man, since we only stick to 2 reviews each nowadays on the podcast, I didn't get to review a movie I really wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna say go see Zootopia 2. It is fantastic.
Oh,
I loved it.
Nice. Awesome.
It lived up to the hype. What hype? I don't know.
Hey,
man,
well, it's one of those where it's like I kind of forgot there was even a Zootopia, and they announced Zootopia. It's like, oh shit, oh that's right, because it's been a few years, right? Since
about 9, almost 10 years at this point. And it's funny. The night before Thanksgiving, I went to visit a cousin up in New Hampshire, and we were talking about going to this like theater cinema restaurant thing, like where it's like a restaurant but they play a movie. And he's like, yeah, they get nothing good. And I'm like, they got almost every movie. And Zootopia 2 just came out. That's going to be a good movie. He's like, nobody knows what Zootopia is. I don't even, this movie's going to be a flaw. And it broke so many fucking records. It made a fuckload of money. One of the biggest openings for animated movies ever. And I'm like,
you proved that asshole wrong.
Killed it. Yeah. And a lot of text back and forth about, well, this and that. And I'm like, the numbers don't lie, man. The numbers don't lie. Fuck you. And it crushed in China, man. A place where normally those films don't work very well. Anyway, sorry, not going to go on a tangent about Zootopia 2 anymore. Anything non-film related that you want to talk about, or TV related possibly? I don't know. That we didn't cover.
Just super pumped for Fallout coming around here pretty soon. Haven't cracked open Stranger Things yet, but
nor have I. I was going to ask you about that.
Because I want to do the whole thing in one shot, I think. So this whole first batch, I just don't want to drag it out. So
yeah. Did you see when they announced the theaters? I logged into fucking like AMC, the app, like to check seat wise. Fucking almost sold out all the showings like minutes after. And what they're doing is interesting. They're charging $20 to reserve a seat, and then you get credit for concessions and whatnot. So I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Oh, so okay. So it's not like the concessions are built into. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're paying essentially. You're getting a free seat, and then they're making sure they get money from their concessions, which is interesting because normally AMC theaters don't play Netflix things. Yeah. So for this, it's intriguing, and that I guess is nothing we didn't talk about with that Netflix Warner Brother thing. I guess they'd have to start putting Netflix stuff out. Netflix would have to play ball with AMC and other theaters.
True. Yeah. It's I think it's an interesting gimmick. I'm curious to see how well it plays and if this is going to start happening more often with other things. I mean, the closest I've had to that experience is when we've gone to screenings, Producers Guild screenings, where we watch an episode or two of a show with the cast or creator of the show. And every once in a while, it's really fucking cool to see it scaled up to that size.
Oh,
Barry was awesome on the big screen. And getting to watch it with Henry Winkler and all of the main cast, like that was awesome.
Speaking of which, your one of your screenings, Man on the Inside, have you checked out season 2 yet? Just came out recently.
Not yet. No. See, that's
just
another thing on the list. Ted Danson
about it with
is so good, so charming in that show. But like, kind of when isn't he?
And everything, like Sarah's finally given A Good Place a chance, and like I'm rewatching it. I'm like, such a fantastic, like everything that man does is just goddamn.
Cheers is still great. I still like.
Yeah,
I still
Becker
like
was fine. Cheers. But the older he gets, the more wholesome and family. Like it just works so goddamn good.
Yep. Agreed.
But it's interesting that if anybody's interested, they're playing in a few theaters. Stranger Things will be playing the night it drops at the same time it drops on Netflix, and then only the next day on January 1st they'll be playing it on the big screen. So if you're able to get a seat, you should do it. It's a 2-hour episode, I guess, maybe a little over 2 hours.
Yeah,
justifying going to the theater.
Right, which I think that's a great way to do it. That's awesome, especially something on that scale. I want to see it expanded like that world. So very cool.
But it's the weird. I haven't heard very many people talking about if it's good or bad. I haven't heard anything. It's silent. I wonder if it's people like us waiting for it all to be there to ingest.
Oh, it is. It's a lot of people doing that same thing, and especially it's like we're getting close. We're in the thick of the holiday season. It's just so fucking busy. It's hard to have time to sit down and like. I mean, I had to carve out time to get the movies in that I was reviewing, which was like, I kind of felt it's like shit. This usually isn't that difficult to get that in there. I couldn't get anything new watched over the holidays when I was out of town, but so it's just how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, in the holiday season, this is hard to get out there and see things or watch things. You're doing so much with friends and family, or just taking a break from life and enjoying the little time off. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I guess speaking of time off, we should end this thing so people can listen or watch something else.
That's very true. Yep. Well, thank you for joining us, you fine folks. We'll see you next time, Toasties. Please let us know what you think of the films we reviewed. If not, give us some recommendations for some other films we might have missed recently.
Hell yeah. Thanks for watching and listening.